say this with love. Telling yourself that you're too old to pivot or telling yourself that you're too old to be seen trying is simply ignorance, and you cannot tell me otherwise. And quite honestly, this is ignorance that has been passed down and smeared all over your thinking. You are not too old. You have the potential to bloom just as much as everybody else has, but you just have to allow yourself to try. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Toni. If you have been here, then you know that I don't usually do introductions, but I feel like it is appropriate for this particular video because we are starting something totally new today. It's been on my heart a lot lately, this idea that we're too old, we're behind. If we don't have things accomplished by a certain age, that we're not doing good in life. And that is a complete line of BS. I'm sorry. I'm tired of living my life that way because I know that there's a lot that I have accomplished, and I'm pretty sure that you feel the same. I don't even necessarily want to call it a series, but it's just the direction that I plan on taking this channel, which is titled Her 30s Bloom. Obviously, I titled it 30s because I am in my 30s, but this resonates with a lot of other people as well. I don't care if you're 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70 plus. Truly, each of us have the ability to bloom. And I'm not talking just like a simple little change here and there. I'm talking you have the ability to truly just transform and bloom into the most beautiful version of yourself. But we hinder ourselves from doing that because we keep living our lives by these social norms and these timelines and other people telling us and dictating how we live our lives. All right, so now that I've gotten that out the way, that introduction was probably way longer than what I wanted it to be, but I wanted to make very clear about the direction that this channel is going in. That way you have an understanding. If you want to stick around, you know exactly what you're going to get. So with all of that being said, I want to kick off this new direction with this idea, one of the lies that we have probably all lived our lives by at some point, and that is that we're too old to be seen trying, or that we're too old to make a pivot in life. Honestly, I feel like this is a lie that was force-fed to us as children, and it sticks with us through adulthood because obviously when we get to adulthood, when we have the opportunities to pivot and make changes, it's like we hold on to this fear, and some of that fear can be from childhood, that fear that, oh my gosh, I need to have stability, all the things that our parents teach us at the beginning. That's a part of this issue, right? We have to get to the root cause of the problem and figure out who initially instilled this fear in us that we were too old. You have to challenge yourself to get to the root of the problem, because what ends up happening is we continue to live our lives in total misery. We will choose living in misery rather than propelling ourselves in a different direction, accepting the fear, accepting the troubled journey that might be ahead. We would rather sit in misery. We choose misery because we don't want to be judged. We don't want people talking about us. Like, who really wants people talking about them? Not that you should care. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm saying we will choose misery because we don't want to be judged and we don't want to be talked about. We will choose misery because we don't want to be alone. When you are going through that journey in life where you really have to just say, I'm going to bet on me, I'm going to try it anyway, regardless, you have to be willing to walk alone. You have to be willing to go down that road and have zero support. But that is the problem. We don't know how to rely on ourselves enough and rely on the Most High enough to get us through that season. So we sit in misery because we don't want to be alone. And ultimately, we sit in misery because we are too afraid to take the leap of faith. We have the capability to stop choosing misery at any given point. We're intentionally choosing the misery that we keep experiencing in our lives, and that is because we won't face the root problem, and we're continuing to allow ourselves to live under all this pressure that we put on ourselves, that others put on us, that society puts on us. Like, I want you to think about it like this. Each of us has this desire to some degree of finding our place in the world. Like, have you ever had that feeling where you're like, I just want to feel like I'm purpose driven, or I want to feel like I know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing? So there's already a slight pressure there of figuring out your place in the world. I remember talking to my sister. She has 3 sons just like I do, and her oldest, he was kind of going through some things at the time, and it kind of hurt her feelings at the time. And I actually sat back and thought about it, but he told her, I feel like one speckle of grass in a football field full of grass. Now, obviously, if your child says that to you and you're a parent, you're like, oh my gosh, like I gotta fix it. But when I sat back and I thought about this, each of us probably have felt that way at some point of our lives, if not a majority of our lives, that we are one speckle of grass in this entire football field of grass. We're one human being in a world of billions, literally billions of people. And each of us, like I said, have this pressure that's already there that we have to figure out our place. So how do we figure that out? A lot of us will use careers and status, job titles. We'll use marriage. We'll use kids. We'll use investments or wealth. We try to measure our success and measure our place in the world. So we have that pressure that already exists, and then we pile on the pressures of our family, and then we pile on an additional pressure of all of these societal standards that are out there. And with social media being the way that it is now, it has amplified that to a million times more than what it initially started out to be. It's a heavy weight to carry, and honestly, it's even heavier because we have gotten to a point where we allow so much of this pressure to take over our lives that we have lost the concept of what success is. So like I just said, we're using family, wealth, marriage, all of the things, job. We're using these things to determine our success. We're looking at other people on social media. We see a different video scroll past our eyes every 3 to 5 seconds because our attention span has just been shot. I mean, we're seeing constantly back to back to back all of these things that people quote unquote deem as successful. So then we believe that that's what success is. But that is the problem. We have lost our entire understanding of what success is. We have lost that knowledge of the word success and knowing deep down that you define success for whatever you want it to be. All of this is misery. Living by somebody else's standards of success, misery. Living by the pressures that societal norms have put on us, misery. Living by the pressures that your parents and family legacies and all of that have placed on you, it is misery. I think the thing that gets me the most is just pick one. If you're going to choose to be in misery, why are you choosing to live in all different kinds of misery? Just pick one. Because here's the thing. If you choose to live your life by someone else's standards, you're going to automatically feel behind because let's say you're watching them. You don't have those same things. You don't have the same job. You don't make the same pay. So you're automatically going to feel miserable because you're comparing yourself and you don't have what they have. So you automatically feel behind. Here's the other thing. You're living by so much fear of what other people have to say that you're scared to even try to go get the success of the person over here that you're envying that has the success. Like, do you see how it's just too many loops going on? That's why I said, if you're going to choose to be in misery, just choose one. I can only speak for myself. I'm not choosing any misery. Okay. I am going to choose to win. Hence why I'm doing this video, but just why choose that type of life? Here's where that family pressure comes from. Obviously our parents, they want to see us do well, or whoever raised you, they want to see you do well. They're going to have opinions on your life because they have witnessed your life. But we have to remember, as soon as we allow the opportunity for judgment to come through, you cannot get mad when opinions are given. Let's say you have this aspiration to quit your job and go all in on your baking business. Maybe you are a baker and you want to make custom cakes. You cannot be fearful of what family gossip may roll around, because somebody is going to leave an opinion on you and then they're going to start making phone calls like, girl, did you hear about Toni? She talking about she want to quit her job and she know that she been in her job 15, 20 years. She got a nice 401k. Why would she be stupid like that? Why would she risk it all to, take out her money and spend it on a business that can probably flop in a year? Oh, baby, you're going to get it all. You're going to get it all. There's going to be every single judgment and opinion passed on you that there is. It's going to happen. But let me remind you, if you can't even get over that, like if you can't get past the judgment that people might, things people might say, how are you ever going to get to a point where you actually believe in your mind, I can have more, I can do more, I can have this kind of job, I can bet on myself and win. I don't have to even worry about being seen trying because I know that I'm going to be successful at whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish. You will never be able to believe those words because you can't even get over things being said about you. Oh man, if y'all see a little stain on my shirt, I done spilled some tea. There is power in trying. And once you experience trying, it'll be a power that you've never experienced, and it'll be a power that you don't want to get rid of. Because honestly, I can say since I've started with my content creation 3-4 years ago, every time that I've tried and I've pushed myself, it has only made me stronger. It has only given me more drive, more charisma. I have gained so much in trying. Maybe you are somebody like I just described, someone maybe in their 40s who has had job security for so many years, and you have a 401k and you're paid well and you've built a really nice life for yourself. Never be afraid to try something new at any age. If you've been here, I've probably shared before, my mom started nursing school when she was 39. She got a bachelor's, she got a master's by the time she was in her mid 40s. It's never too late to start something that you're passionate about. It's never too late to pivot in life. Each of us have a number to be called. If there is one thing that is guaranteed to us when we are born into this life, we are all guaranteed to have our number called. Maybe you'll be lucky. Maybe you'll get a couple of days, maybe a couple hours before that final breath, and then you'll have time to reflect. And in that reflection, hopefully you'll ask yourself, did I experience life the way that I wanted to? One of the worst reflections I can imagine someone having at that time is realizing that they allowed other people to dictate their entire life. They allowed other people to project onto them, to put their fears on them, and it stopped them from truly experiencing the life that they wanted to live. Oh no, that's all we get. One opportunity at life. That is all we have. Every day that you allow yourself to live under fear, to live led by other people's opinions and judgments, you are eating away at the possibility of living a fulfilling life. You are eating away at your opportunity of experiencing life the way that you want to experience it. We only call it trying because other eyes are watching. At the end of the day, it is you deciding to evolve into another version of yourself. And there is never a problem with evolution. This is a season of blooming, really shedding all of the old layers and transforming into the most beautiful version of yourself. When you feel that drive, like you get that, like right now, I feel like it's just in my gut, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Whenever you get that feeling, lean into it, because truth be told, that is the Most High speaking to you. That is that inner consciousness. That is you, your higher version of yourself, and that is the Most High communicating with you that it is time to transform, that it is time for you to really evolve, like I said, into that next version of yourself. Have to stop living in fear, because truth be told, some people experience the most beautiful transformations in their lives once they get past that hump of fear. We only fear the things that are unfamiliar. That's it. We get comfortable with what we know. And once we're in that uncomfortable zone, we're fearful because we don't know what to expect. Stop expecting expectations and just live. Just experience. Welcome fear. Embrace it. I can honestly say, if you embrace fear, it lets you know that at least you did try something new. When I put myself out there doing content creation, like I told you, I have failed several times. I get up and I get stronger and I get stronger. I mean, at this point, it's not a failure. It's just a lesson in the process. there's going to be a lot of lessons in life that we have to learn along the way. So I'm going to say this once more. You are not behind. You're just fearful right now. And that's okay, because at any given time, we can get over fear as well. We can stop intentionally choosing misery, and we can stop intentionally choosing fear. And we can realize that we are in a season of bloom. We just have to open our eyes and realize that's the season that we're in. So, with that being said, I am so excited about this new direction. I really am. I feel truly like I am in total alignment. This is what I am supposed to be doing. I truly feel that. And it's not just on my YouTube. This is going to be across all of my platforms. It's just, again, I feel in alignment. And that's what I encourage you to do, is get in alignment, get in tune with yourself so that you can know what it is that you're supposed to be doing right now. When you're in tune, you start to realize the changes that you need to make, and you really begin to notice, okay, I am blooming right now. I just have to stay on this path of learning myself, letting go of all this fear that I've been attached to, and ready to experience the life that I know I can have. If this is in alignment with you, I really hope you hit that subscribe button, and I hope you decide to stick around. But if not, and you've made it this far into the video, please know that I appreciate you anyway for sticking around and watching. And with that being said, I will see you guys. I don't know. I'm trying to debate if I want to do Tuesday and Friday or just Friday. So if it's not Tuesday, I will definitely see you guys next Friday. Until next time.